Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 13F, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and its specifications. So I just get straight into it. Now I did grab a knife, but it looks like we don't need it. I do love to see these. And these actually work as intended, which is even bigger surprise. So here we get the phone itself, or not phone but paperwork. So we have quick start guide, a SIM eject tool, and well, that's about it. Next, the phone. Let's boot it up. And then we get the cable. So this is a Type A to Type C cable. And that's about it. So not much in that box, to be honest. Now, taking a look at the build before it boots up, we have a pretty budget looking build, which looks like it's a plastic bag, definitely plastic frame. At the top we have a couple microphones, then on the right side we get our volume rockers with the power button, though this is not a fingerprint sensor, so it leads me to believe that there is one under the display. Then completely clean left side, and at the bottom we have our SIM tray, which looks to be just a SIM tray with no expendable storage, but I am going to pop it out just so I can see. Oh, nope, never mind. We do have expendable storage, so you can put either SD card or SIM card on the back side. Type C charging port and the speakers. Now at the back, we have a dual camera setup. Actually, no, triple camera setup by the looks of it. And let's start to get into the actual specifications. So let's start off with the display. The display right here is a 6.67 inch display with a 1080 by 2400 resolution. It's an apparently AMOLED display, which is surprising. 120 Hz refresh rate. Pretty nice. And a peak brightness of about 2100 nits. Now, if we move over to the cameras at the back, we have main camera being the 50 megapixel f1.8 aperture 26mm wide lens. Then we got a 2 megapixel macro and 8 megapixel ultra wide. Now with those cameras you can record videos at 4K up to 30 frames, and 1080p gets you 60 frames along with slow motion of 120. And then at the front we have a whopping 32 megapixel sensor, and that will get you 1080p 30 frames only. Now, continuing on into the internals, we have, if I can actually find it in the list, bear with me. So we have a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, which is kind of odd considering this device was just released. So January 4th of 2025, and it's only running a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1. So pretty dated processor. At least I think it is dated. Could be wrong, actually. But in any case, it is also the kind of a lower end Snapdragon processor, so it won't be as snappy as some other devices on the market. And talking about the specifications, I do want to first also check the price. And the price is, well, apparently 380 euros about. And that is a pretty hefty price for such a processor. I do want to actually make sure that this is correct, because if it is, then OPPO, it really needs to put down the crack pipe. I mean, it seems like that is the case. So yeah, I will at the end of the video also mention some, let's just call it honorable mention, that will be a better and more affordable device. Now, with the processor out of the way, next we have the storage and RAM, and here we have 128 gigabytes of built-in storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now this is the base entry, and you can expand it also using the SD card, which I pointed out before, and you can get it all the way up to half a terabyte with 12 gigs of RAM, running a UFS 3.1 storage type. So that's going to be beneficial for read and write speeds of like 4K footage. So that's basically everything worth mentioning about this device. Now, for about 380 euros. I do want to take that time just to actually make sure that is correct. And it definitely seems like it is. Wow. Actually, wait. Hold that thought. I'm looking at Pro. Okay, so the F version is actually a little bit less than $300. Let me see, 3,612, about 350. I think that's going to be the rough price for this. I am converting this from how much it costs in my country, which is Poland, and that price already includes tax. So if you're buying this in US, for instance, obviously the price will seem lower than 350 because you have no tax included. Now, like I mentioned before, I do have a better alternative for this device, which would be the Nothing Phone CMF Phone 1, or Nothing CMF Phone 1, which is a very affordable device that comes at about $230, and that will come with a better processor, also 120 Hz refresh rate, AMOLED display, and all that jazz, with similar kind of specification in terms of storage and RAM, also expandable and all that stuff. So you get very comparable device in terms of what it offers. The downside and benefit, as those could be kind of depending on how you look at it, is the build is a little bit cheaper in terms of quality, but that cheaper build is by design to also allow you to, for instance, unscrew the back and completely take off the shell, the back shell of it, and swap it out for a different one if it gets damaged, or even just spice it up with different colors, which is a pretty neat kind of thing that Nothing did. So like I said, that will be possibly a better alternative to this device. Now, with that out of the way, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.